It reads, I love your channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's like a hug. Happy for this series. Actually, I'm happy too, because you know what? I love the interaction that it gives me and my Majestic family. I absolutely love this series. Anyway, I'm wanting some early career advice. How long do you recommend staying at a new job before moving? I am 22 years old and I want to pivot and move cities, but I feel like it's too soon to move jobs. Plus, my boss is always saying, in 2 years you will have this project, or when you have been here longer. I know my generation idea of working is completely different, and most of the older workers at my company have been there for 20 plus years and love it. What are some things you wish you knew? My boss is great. I just feel unfulfilled. Okay, and so my number one advice to everyone, especially my younger generation, and this advice I've also given to my older nephew, and I plan on giving it to Mr. Devin. Always work at a company that you can grow, that you can excel in, grow, move up the chain, whatever you want to call it. Never have a job that all you will be is just like a cashier. For instance, you want to be able to be a cashier, then maybe move to customer service, then management, but you don't want to be in a company that there's no room for growth. That's number one. Number two, when I was an accountant and I had to hire people for my department because my company actually expanded and we had different locations, and I had to go to the locations and actually hire an accounting team. And that being said, I did have to go for some training, and what to look out for in regards to resumes and everything else. And the first thing they taught me, and it's very true, the first thing they taught me is to look at the resume, right? And see if you can find a pattern. If you only stay at a job for, let's say, just a year and quit and move on, then it's telling us that you don't give a job a chance, or you only stay for a year and you up and leave, right? So when you are looking for a job, I'm telling you right now, they are looking for that pattern to see how long you actually stay at a job. Now, the fact that you are only 22 years old, I assume your resume is not that long. So, if this is a company because now he actually has, now that I think he's been there for 2.5 years, or 2 years, whatever, but now they're giving him a better position. He actually was able to move up. He's getting more money now, and now he's actually able to choose a shift. So I guess my point is, everything in life takes time. Nothing is quick. But moving from job to job is not exactly something you want to do, because again, you don't want all these jobs on your resume and people are thinking you're just job hopping, or you get bored quick or whatever. So I hope that answered your question. And again, anyone in the comments, please feel free to give more advice. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this: it better be good advice. We're not here to hurt anyone's feelings. No bullying, no nastiness, because people are genuinely asking for advice. And if I see any negativity or anything like that in the comment section, I will be deleting your comment, because again, these are regular human beings like you and I who are trying to do this thing called life together. So, next question. I love to hear your advice about how to meal plan, meal prep, grocery shop in order to eat more variety of healthier meals. I have 2 small kids, very little time, and I always struggle with figuring out what to eat, and also with a lot of logistics of it. Okay. When I was on the keto diet, right? Some of you guys do not know, but I was on a keto journey like probably 2-3 years ago during the pandemic, and I actually lost 70 to 80 pounds on the keto, and I actually lost that weight in 6 months. That being said, one thing I have learned, especially about, grocery shopping and eating healthier, for one, it's expensive as fuck. Has anyone gone grocery shopping lately? Has anyone seen the prices at the grocery store? I swear to God, you want milk and eggs, and you give a cashier $20 and you get back like 3. The shit out here is insane. But that being said, one thing I can say that I struggled with was the grocery store. I used to buy too much food, and the funny thing is, I live by myself, but when I was going grocery shopping, it's like, oh, I need this, oh, I need that, oh, I need this, and then a lot of the food would go bad. And so the prices being where they are now, we're not budget to be throwing out food. And so my suggestion is the following. Okay, number 1, only buy. First off, this is a commitment, so just let you know, you probably be at the grocery store weekly, but I think it works out better this way. And so what I would do, what I learned, is pick a meat. Whether it's chicken or beef, pork, fish, whatever your diet is, right? But just pick one. Let's just say chicken. And then I would go online makes absolutely no sounds when I'm not recording. The moment I record, it wants to remind you guys that we don't eat very much. We only eat once a day, so. But anyway, yeah, pick a meat, like I said, chicken, and find a couple of recipes for the week. You know, if you go on YouTube, they have a lot of 5, 10, 30-minute meals, 20-minute meals, recipes that only have maybe 4 or 5 ingredients. You know, it is time consuming, but once you find, my stomach is showing off. Once you find that channel that you like with recipes, you sit down, you watch some videos, and again, just pick 2 or 3 meals. I used to meal prep my meals on Sunday. Sunday was my day to, like the weekend, you figure it out, you watch videos or look for recipes. I would go shopping that weekend and do everything on Sunday. Also, do not for nothing, the meal prep bowls or trays or dishes that you can get off Amazon are awesome because a lot of them are portion control. But yeah, I would cook, Sunday would be my day. I would cook the 3 or 2 meals, freeze some, whatever, and just use that for the week. Again, when you're eating healthier meals on a diet, you do have to understand the actual diet. And for me, I do intermittent fasting. And so and there's different ones to do that. And so it does take time, but once you understand the meals you want and what you're gonna do, it gets a lot easier. But yes, meal plan or preps, I think is especially when you're going to work or for school or whatever, bring your lunch and stuff with you. You will save money and it prevents you from not cheating on your diet or grabbing something that's, not healthy for you. But yeah, go on YouTube. I'm telling you, YouTube is the best tool in the world. I kid you not. There are so many people. You can also go on YouTube and see how people meal prep, because I actually did that, and then I had to readjust it for myself. So that's also an idea you can do. Yeah, but meal prep, definitely a way to go. Definitely. And also too, it's also a lot easier if your whole family is doing it. It makes it so much easier. But yeah, pick a day, and just get busy. And if you can't, if you don't have time to do 3 dishes, do 2. Some people don't mind eating the same thing over and over again. For me, after day 2 or 3, I'm done. I need another recipe. So okay, this one says, we're gonna read the next one. Wow, you really make us feel loved and appreciated. Well, that's my job, my lovey. That is my job. I'm laughing because my stomach. Yeah, okay. I'm currently 17 years old and struggling so hard with school. I'm so behind. I've been going on and off since 8th grade. I'm supposed to be a senior, but I'm doing freshman work. Everyone keeps saying I will blossom into something successful. I live in a very small town, less than 1,800 residents. So I see all the folks I went to school, get a car, a job, college, friends, partners, and so on and so forth. I'm left here rotting in my room, which I could most definitely change. But when you're in a hole as deep as mine, it's almost like, what's the point of going back to school? just take your GED. GED. There's so many online courses that you can take to get your GED. You can even get a book off Amazon and study for your GED. I would do that. I wouldn't even deal with like high school anymore. I would focus on getting my GED if this is how you're feeling, right? Also too, I just want to mention, and this is why I sometimes say I hate humans and I absolutely hate social media, because people can feel down and then go on social media and see people doing this, people doing that, people buying this, people doing that, and at the end of the day, half the stuff you see is just a front. A lot of people are not happy, and I always tell people, never wish you had what someone else had, right? Because at the end of the day, you have no idea how they got that car. Maybe their parents gave it to them. We don't know. People have partners. Are they happy? You don't know. People have friends. Are they even good friends? You don't know. College. They could be failing every single subject. So my point is, you don't know what the next person is going through. And a lot of times, and I think a lot of people can relate to this, a lot of times when you wish for, let's just say, my life, for instance, right? And then when you find out what my life's really about, you sit there and say, damn, I thought she had it all together. No, the fuck I don't. Absolutely no, I don't. So do not worry about the next person. Sometimes people's things come 2 years, 5 years, you never know. At 17, I would just work on myself. You are young, get that GED and get that out of the way. And then once you get your GED, right, I don't know if you want to jump into college. I don't know if that might be too much right now, but once you get your GED, get a job, and I say get a job, respectfully. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I think getting a job on the outside world, if you don't have any problems dealing with the outside, you get to meet people, you get to meet people, friends. You might find the love of your life. You're part of society. Sitting in your room is not gonna benefit anybody. And the world would love to see what you can offer. Absolutely. Because at 17, a lot of times, I'm gonna tell you right now, at 17, shit. At 17, what I wanted to do at 17 is not what I'm doing now. Not what I was gonna do. At 17, you have a whole world out there. Take things step by step by step, right? So, GED. Then maybe start like a part-time job, just getting out in the real world. See how that works. If not, maybe you can go to a community college, take like one class a semester, just to get the feel for things. Because one thing I noticed, when you go out in the real world, you learn a lot. You learn a lot from people. You get ideas, opportunities, come knocking sometimes. And so, don't worry. Nobody at 17 had it all together. Absolutely not. At 17, I still wanted to work in commercials. Then I went from working into commercials to wanting to go to criminology. I wanted to deal with blood splatters and stuff like that. And then after that, I went for business. Like, I didn't used to have like these study sessions, and people used to be so amazed on how I make my study sessions fun, right? Because who wants to study and be bored? So, but yeah. But we definitely do not want you in your room rotting away. The world needs to see how beautiful you are. The world wants to see how you blossom. And again, remember, I'm 43 and I still don't have my shit together, so do not worry. Alright, next question. Okay, in the past, how have you handled situations in which you knew it was probably time to leave? This is regarding relationships and friendships. I'm in several situations where I feel as if I've outgrown the relationships, but fear of the unknown keeps me stuck, as well as a feeling of loyalty to those people because they have been a part of my life for so many years. Thank you, love you. I've been watching you since you've started your old channel. I feel like you're the auntie we all need. Oh, I'm everyone's auntie. Alright, so one thing I have learned in life is you do outgrow friendships. You do outgrow relationships. There is nothing to feel bad about. And people just grow up. People take different paths in life. So on that aspect, don't feel bad, because many of us don't even talk to the friends we had in high school, right? And so there's a difference between outgrowing somebody and just not liking them, right? Or being enemies, whatever. And so at the end of the day, if you've outgrown somebody, it could be because maybe they're in a relationship, they're in school, maybe their decision making is not something you care for, they have kids, whatever the situation may be. You know, those situations, because I've been in them, you take it slow. I don't know, this might sound fucked up, but and take it slow. So for instance, if you spoke to somebody like every day, do it every other day, and then every 2 days, and so on and so forth. And eventually I think both people will realize that you have outgrown one another. So you're not saying like, I don't want to talk to you ever again and F you. No, you're just knowing that you've outgrown. Maybe you don't care for the decisions, maybe you don't care for their friends, but just slowly remove yourself from the situation. Like, you know, don't go out as much, just kind of detach little by little if that's what you're going for. But one thing I'm gonna tell the entire Majestic family: never sacrifice your happiness for someone else or for the unknown. Why? Because the unknown and fear will keep you from blossoming, if that makes sense. And so I had to start over completely as far as like relationship, friends, the way I saw the world, everything, you know. And once you get to love yourself and understand yourself and understand that you don't need other people to make you happy, you don't need other people to help you make a decision, you don't need other people, you know what I mean? Don't let fear of the unknown keep you stuck, because I'm telling you, there is a whole world out there. And sometimes too, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes too, your company, the people you hang out with or your company, will actually hold you back from you becoming the person that you are meant to become, if that makes sense. You know, sometimes we keep our plans on hold because of friends, and we don't want to leave people behind, and you don't want to make people, mad or upset with you. But at the end of the day, this is your life. You have to do what's best for you, because I'm pretty sure your friends and everyone else is doing what's best for them. And then you can go the other route. I keep telling people, when it hits November, it's blocking season. Just block them bitches. Like, I'm at that part of my life that I am tired of trying to make other people happy. I'm tired of trying to put a smile on someone else's face. I am tired of the one always trying to reach out. I'm done. I'm done. I'm so done. But if these people, if you feel as if you have a loyalty and they help you in years, you don't have to completely cut them off, but you can slowly but surely detach yourself from the situation. Because again, I can tell you because see, here's the thing, as we get older, people go different ways, have different paths. Some people, just don't want to do shit with their life, and maybe you do, so don't feel bad. Do not feel bad. And these people have been around you for a minute. Just start detaching yourself little by little. The phone calls, not every day, maybe every other day or every 2 days, and like little things like that. That's what I would do. But don't feel bad. Do not feel bad. And relationship. See, now I have a different response to a relationship. If your relationship is not working, leave, block, leave. They're like, I do not sacrifice your happiness for a relationship. Absolutely not. That shit can drive you crazy. So, next question. I love your channel. Here's some questions I would love to hear you answer. What is your favorite movie? I actually can answer this right now on camera. I have so many favorite movies. If you ask my mom this question, no, I'm now thinking about it. If you ask my mom this question, she would probably say, she would answer The Man in the Iron Mask. The Man in the Iron Mask. That movie, it's so funny because my mother, she watched that movie first, right? And for years she kept telling me, I need to watch it, I need to watch it. Leonardo DiCaprio's in it. I didn't care. But then I had surgery, and then she kind of like put it on the TV so I couldn't move to watch it, and I'm addicted ever since. So I love that movie. But there's I have so many. What movies do you enjoy? I enjoy a lot, but I go through my phases. Like 1 minute I want comedy, next minute I love action, like Fast and the Furious or Marvel or any of those. I love action movies like that. But my number one love is definitely horror movies and thrillers. Love them. I absolutely hate romance. I don't know. I hate romance movies. I just do. I just do. But How do you get yourself out of a rut? Well, for one thing, my youngest nephew, Mr. Devin, definitely gets me out of a rut. Also, too, this might sound cheesy, but I don't care. When I am down and need a good laugh or to get out of that rut, I definitely put on some BTS. It is what it is. I don't care what nobody has to say about it. I call them my 7 crackheads. Yes, them 7 boys are so talented, but they're funny as hell, and they're very entertaining, and you know, they have segments on YouTube that they play games, and they just do a lot of things that they're just a good group of guys that I just can't, and I don't care if they're Korean. The funny thing is, though, I have to say, music I think is one of the only things that can bring people together from all parts of the world. But yeah, also if I'm in a rut, one thing I have to do, I can't lay in the bed. I have to open up my blinds, because I can fall into a deep depression fast. And so, yeah. Or I call my mother and she takes me out. What is a memory you're really fond of? Honestly, being valedictorian twice during my medical school. I'm very fond of that moment. I don't care what nobody says. I'm fond of that moment. That's one of my memories. I'm also fond of losing like 80 pounds. So who am I fooling? But yeah, another memory I'm fond of. I honestly have to say too that one of the memories I can say I remember is when I lost my first channel. The way you guys pulled together and got the second channel popping, I will never forget that. I will never forget that. I will never forget how you guys have had my back. I am actually really fond of that moment because it made me realize what I do. It helps people, and people are out here genuinely caring about me. And so, what is the thing that keeps you coming back to make ASMR content despite all your other responsibilities and obligations? Well, for one, the comments. I just reading the comments, letting me know that I am helping people, that people rely on me for certain things. They need me to go to sleep. They want to ask me questions. They want my advice. That's why I keep coming back, because if I'm helping one person, then I'm good. so there's never any beef really in the ASMR community. And so yeah. Also, like with my Patreon, please hold. Somebody asked me why I do that. I have bad allergies, so you will never catch me blowing my nose on camera, putting a tissue up my nose. I just think that's so, it's just not for me. So that's what I do. I have to wipe my nose off camera. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying, but overall there's no drama in the ASMR community. What ASMR channels are your inspirations? Are there any you think should have more views? Well, a lot of you say that I should have more views on my videos, but honestly, I don't really get inspiration from other ASMR artists, and I say that because I want to be myself. I don't want to get any ideas from anybody. If you notice, I don't think anyone does like ask, whatever segment. I don't think anyone does like the celebrity gossip and stuff like that. I don't think people will give you like history lessons and I don't think many artists like break down things, so I try to be original. I get, and also do like a lot of channels, they do like a lot of triggers and stuff. I don't do that. That being said though, I am in love with a lot of channels. A lot. I keep telling everybody about see now I have a new list, right? One is called Nice Whispers. I've been talking about her. I absolutely love her videos. My Tay Tay, I will always mention Tay Tay. Spiritual ASMR is now on top of my list, along with Grace V and Soft ASMR. Those are like my top people that I always run to no matter what. I personally don't do male ASMR whisper. I don't. It's just something I don't know. Like there's like one channel that I peek into, but there's something about a man whispering in my ears that I don't know. It's not for me, but so yeah. Oh, she says, I know that's a lot, but I have tons more, so I figured that's a good start. Oh yeah, ask away. Let's keep it moving. How can we separate ourselves and let go of the stress when we see our siblings are parenting in a way that we know will mess up the kids? My brother has serious anger issues and doesn't know how to guide my nephew, who is 3, to manage his anger and tantrums. He just reacts out of anger himself and makes the kid cry even more. I have a hard time separating myself because I see a lot of similar toxic family patterns repeating from when I was a kid. Like telling the kid to stop being angry or pushing them or saying they are being a brat instead of something more healthy and loving. I want to try to help my brother. But my brother is hard to talk to and gets defensive quickly. But also, I'm not the parent. So, if many of you know my story, my sister and I do not get along at all. And we will never get along. Matter of fact, if I never talk to her again, it'll still be too soon. I swear to God, I have no words for my sister at all. And I don't care who's watching this. I don't care who thinks, oh, that's sad. It is what it is. Not say so. Because if you think about it, it's like the parent, then the grandparents, then depending on the situation, godparents, and then like the aunts and uncles. We're like at the bottom of the bottom. But for me, I have been active in both my nephews' lives, like active, like living with me, active, doing everything for them, active. And I don't know what advice to give you, because again, it's really, really hard. The only thing you can do is be there for your niece and nephew, like I am for mine. There's nothing we can do but just be there. And you know, like again, well, I know just for this is on my Patreon. And so she knows I understand the struggle, but again, it's a touchy topic because we see clear as day. We have been around our siblings for years and years. We know their ins and outs. We know their anger. We know if they're being a shitty father, a great mother. You know, we know all of it. But at the end of the day, we are not the parent. Half the time, they won't even listen to us. And if your brother is anything like mine, you can't say nothing to them. Because as soon as that first word gets out, they get defensive, they get nasty. You know, my sister is very nasty. She gets very defensive, and I'm not for it. I don't back down with my sister at all, and that's the problem. Like, she thinks she can talk to people any way she wants to with no consequences, and absolutely not. My sister has fucked up both of her kids, but at the end of the day, there's nothing we can do but just to be loving and just reassuring your niece and nephew that we are here. My sister is also a narcissist, so like, and controlling and everything, so talking to her won't even work. Unfortunately, I'm going through the same shit now, and the only thing we can do is back off. What are some things you miss from your generation? I miss how everyone used to play outside and drive everywhere on our bikes. Our generation, let me tell you something. I think about our generation and then think about this generation, and it's like night and day. You know, real quickly, because this video is getting really, really long. You know, there's a lot I miss from my generation. Number one, I think one thing, like, okay, let's talk about the internet, right? The internet is a good tool. It definitely is. But say back in my generation, we didn't have this tool. So what did that mean? We actually had to get off our asses and actually go down to the library and actually like read a book, you know, do our assignments, do the research. Now this generation, they just Google everything and write it down. I think the internet has made our generation really, 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 really lazy. You know, people can hop on the internet and get papers and stuff done for them from school. Meanwhile, you know, at one point we had to write out everything at one point, you know. Then we had to type things on a typewriter, you know, the back and the forth and the white out and stuff like that. So I think the internet has made this generation really, 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 really lazy. I also miss the fact that we did not have social media. We did not. I think social media is really bringing this generation down. I think it's making more people depressed. I think it's making people, you know, it's just not a good thing, you know, with these filters and, you know, people hopping online and other people are posting like fake things, and then other people are generation, it seems as if everybody wants to play like video games and just watch TV, and that's that. Nobody wants to go outside. Nobody wants to take a walk. Also, too, like in my generation, you know, we did not have like now I think back, like we had a few, but you know, obesity actually was not really a thing for us kids, because I guess we were always outside. Either we rode our bikes to the store, or we walked, or we went to the park and played. We were up and out. We were active. This generation is not active at all. Also, with the internet and social media, this generation, everybody's trying to like get rich quick. You know, people are not taking education, you know, seriously, thinking they have the internet, thinking they can be like an IG model and make all this millions in money and stuff like that. So, I also miss, you know, how TV used to be back in our generation. And so, yeah. Also, too, back in my generation, too, I mean, we always had crazy people, but I feel as if this generation has more crazy people. I don't know. Do you have any advice or pearls of wisdom for navigating friendship in your mid-20s? I've cut off 2 best friends earlier this year because it was very one-sided for a long time, but it took me a long time to accept that. Now I have like 2 friends I speak to here and there, but it does get very lonely. I have trust issues now and don't know how to heal. First off, I also have trust issues, if you haven't guessed. You know, friendship is a very tricky thing as you get older, right? But one thing because I actually went through this, right? When I cut off all my friends, like everybody, I completely freaked out. I freaked out. I was like, what am I gonna do? Who am I gonna talk to? Oh my god, I'm a loser. I'm this, I'm that. Like I had a fit. I even googled like how to deal as a young adult, how to deal with not having friends. And then I even had I was pathetic. I even went on Apple or whatever and was looking for pen pals and, you know, all this stuff. And then little by little, I noticed that I didn't need friends to get on with life. Not having any friends kind of like, I don't know, I just saw things a little bit more clearly. And once you're able to get over the fact that you need people, you know, to be happy, that's so not true. You find other things about yourself. You realize your own happiness, and so don't think like not having friends, because at the end of the day, you know, you'll find new friends, whether it's at work, associates. You know, you're never completely alone. You know, I had my family and my nephew and my brother-in-law, and you know, you have your boyfriends or whatever, but there are a lot of people in this world that does not have friends. And one thing I will tell you, don't keep friends around because you're scared you're gonna be lonely. Don't keep friends around that makes you miserable, but you keep them around because you don't want to be lonely. You know, I'd rather be lonely than have fake friends. I'd rather be lonely than be stressed out about my friends. I'd rather be lonely than worry about if my friends are gonna sleep with my boyfriend. You know what I mean? And so, I'm sorry, the upstairs neighbor decided to start vacuuming right now, so I'm definitely gonna do this close up, cupped, whatever everything. Like, I'm quick to pick up the phone and text her. And then I have like my other friends that I speak to, you know, I tell them everything, but they can contact me or whatever. As you get older, you learn who goes in what category, right? But again, don't ever be afraid of being lonely. That's one of the things I struggled with, and here I am. I have been, like, I tell you, it's scary at first, but sometimes walking alone, it's all about me and my happiness. So, and plus, again, you'll be surprised what you learn when you are by yourself. And so, and you know what? Having so many friends after a certain age is like, you know. Oh, see, the next question: how to have a clean house and space? How to protect your peace? Listen here. Please hold. Number one, I have OCD, right? I can have a messy apartment. Absolutely not. That being said, you know, pick a day to completely clean your house. Like, if your house is messy or whatever, declutter it. Do what you have to do. Take that day. Moving forward, I always say, like, once your house is clean, the easy part is to maintain it. Right? Maintain it, maintain it, maintain it. I vacuum every day. I tell people I vacuum every single day. I try to do it like every other day, but see, my OCD won't allow it. And the only time I didn't vacuum every single day was when I was sick in August. But I have to mop my kitchen floor every day. I have to do my dishes. Like, you just have to set in your mindset what you want. When you walk through my front door, even if I don't say anything, it's clear as day that I want you to take off your shoes. Like, you cannot walk into my apartment with your shoes on. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, have standards. I don't play that, right? Even with my bathroom, you know, you pick a day twice a week, you know, or every Sunday, or have that day, like, if you want to change your sheets, you know, every Sunday, do so. But it's always good to just start doing things, you know, when you're in your kitchen, just clean up the dishes, clean it up, and walk out, you know. Like, I have a schedule that once I'm done with the kitchen, I have to shit. If you need me, text me. It is what it is. You know, with the do not disturb, you can have certain people that can break that. The only person that can break that do not disturb is my mother. Everyone else goes right to voicemail. I don't play that. I shut everyone down at 10 o'clock. My sissy boo, she cuts everyone off by 9. It's up to you. You know, like I said, I keep my circle small. You know, just as you get older, you understand what you're gonna tolerate and don't tolerate, if that makes sense. You know, oh, this is the last question. Okay. Any advice on being single in your 40s? It's so hard out here trying to find someone who is looking for something serious. I like this idea, by the way. Oh, thank you. I love the Majestic. Honestly, I hate to say this, but I absolutely have no advice for you at all. I am 43 and dating absolutely sucks in your 40s, and I figured out why. Dating in your 40s, we are at that mid stage. We're in that fucked up stage, as I call it, right? Because see, in your 40s, most likely you no longer want children, right? And any man you are going to, or any relationship you pursue, right, they're gonna have children. And in your 40s, like, every man you meet is actually set in his ways, because they're gonna be like, you know, older than you, mid 40s, early 50s. You know, they are stuck in their ways. They're not trying to compromise or nothing like that. And then you have the other side that these men, all they want is just to have sex and keep it moving. They don't want no commitment. They don't want to date. They're just out here trying to fuck anything that walks. And I'm not the one. Absolutely not. So we have like two sides. We have people who don't want to settle down, right? They just out here just trying to do the absolute most. And then you have men who are stuck in their ways, who don't want to change. It's like their way or the highway. But then you also have those men that do nothing but send you dick pics. And y'all know how I feel about dick pics. I fucking hate them. I hate them. If I don't ask you for your dick, please don't send me dick pics. Absolutely not. No. So all I can say is be patient, because like even the dating apps for men in their 40s are up. It's just the bits. And then if you go younger, they're just too immature, can't deal with life, you know, they're just little boys still. And if you go older, the lazier they get, the more I don't know, the more they're not willing to change, the more they like don't want to go out. Like, I don't go out anyway. It depends when you want. Like, so the going out aspect, you know, that's cool for me. But there are females who want to go out and the men are like, nah, I'm done. You know, and then sexual wise, then after 40, some of these men, they suck in bed. It is what it is. But then you have the young ones that can go forever. Who wants that? Not me. So what do we do? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. I have tried younger. I can't do it. I can't do it for a billion reasons. These young men out here think they got it all figured out. And they don't. You know, these young ones swear they have the answer for everything, and they don't. Then, you know, all I can say is this. I don't know, because I'm in the same boat as you. Dating in your 40s suck. But the only thing I can give hope to, and 43, is anyone actually looking for love anymore? I don't know. And I do know like people who want kids, and sometimes they might settle because they think their clock is ticking. That's the only thing I can say at 43. I think I am happy about, like, I'm not happy that I can't have children, but I'm happy at the fact that I don't have to rush into a relationship because I want children. I feel for the ones out here who want kids that cannot find, like, I'm here to help any way I can. You know, it's hard, and on top of that, it's like no one can afford to even be in a relationship with prices to where they are out here, with gas prices, grocery prices, restaurant prices, movie prices. Who can even afford to date anymore? Girl, your name is Daphne, girl. I don't know. Shit. I don't know. I wish my Prince Charming will come this way. And the funny thing is, like, I get approached, right? I get approached on Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff, but it's just dry as hell. People want me to send like naked photos. I just can't. Girl, I don't know. Yeah, I got nothing. This dating, and you know what, I don't even think it's like dating in your 40s. I just think in 2023 going into 2024, people just don't want to date. They just want to have sex and keep it moving. I don't know. I'm just gonna be patient.